Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's the competition announcement video. Now, what I want you to do is basically this is the first competition I've done. I've racked my brains to come up with something that that as many people as possible could actually enter. So this is what I've come up with. What I actually want you to do is, over the next 2 weeks between now and Friday the 11th of November, I'm looking for the highest combined damage in a tier 5, so that's your damage and assisted damage, and I'm separating it into 5 classes, which are the 5 classes of tank in World of Tanks. So there's a light tank class, medium tank, heavy tank, tank destroyer and artillery, and they will all be separated, so there will be 2 winners from each class, so 2 from the lights, 2 from the mediums, 2 from the heavies. So between now and next Friday, your best damage games, what I want you to do is take pictures of the results screen, and I'll show you what I'm actually wanting in a moment. I'll edit it in. And on PlayStation, you can just press the share button and press triangle to save a screenshot, but I don't just want the victory or defeat screen, I also want the next one with the lists on, because the base XP will be a tiebreaker. So if 2 people somehow get exactly the same damage, I'll use the base XP as a tiebreaker. Now the prizes, there'll be 2 prizes for each category, like I say, for first and second place, which is a code for 3 days of premium and some consumables, which have very kindly been given to me by Schneller, the community coordinator for Wargaming North America, I think he is. Now I'll just show you what I'm actually wanting. Now I'm wanting this screen, because it also has the date on it. There's a couple of conditions. One is that it's got to be a game that you have over the next 2 weeks, and you can only enter 1 class and 1 entry per person. So if you enter the lights, that's it, that's what you're entered in. But this one, like I say, it has the tank on it, it has the date on it, it has your gamer tag, which isn't as important, but like I say, it's got the damage and the assisted. And I also want this one. Now I want this one because it has your base XP score on it without modifiers or premium or anything like that, so that's what I want. So in a tie-break situation I can use that. Now back to the game itself. Right, so we've covered how you can send it in on the PlayStation. Now for Xbox, I don't know if there's an easier way to share it or anything, but if not, I'm sure most of you have got access to a mobile phone, so just take a picture of the TV screen with the 2 screens on that I need and send those to me. I also want you to include your name in the email and the class that you've entered, and like I say, it's 1 class and 1 entry per person. And the reason I want your name and the class that you're entered is because it'll make it easier for me to separate them into the groups, and then obviously do it from there. I can separate all the lights out, all the tank destroyers out, and then go through them all. Now the email is captainscomp@gmail.com, which is CPTSCOMP@gmail.com, and I will put that in the video description down below so that you've actually got it. So what I want you to do, to recap, is over the next 2 weeks, your best tier 5 games damage wise, that's like I say both assisted and actual damage, whichever class you're going to enter, save them up, and then over the weekend of Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th of November, send me your best one, the one that you actually want for the entry. And that's why I've given you the 2 weeks, because you might do one today and think, yeah, that's amazing, I'll send it in, and then tomorrow you do one and think, oh my god, that's way better, why couldn't I have sent that one in? So save them up over the next couple of weeks, whichever are your best ones, and then send me your best, your highest combined damage. And like I say, there's going to be 2 winners for each class, so you can do it in whichever class you want, but it's got to be a tier 5 tank. Now the reason I've chosen a tier 5 tank is because it doesn't take long to get to tier 5 and unlock it if you've not already got there now. If you've been playing for a while and you've got all high tier vehicles, it's not going to cost a lot for you to just buy a tier 5 to do this competition in. And I think that's about it really. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, the announcements, I'll go through them as fast as I can. Obviously, depending on how many entries I get, depends on how long it's going to take me to actually look through them and make the announcements. And the codes that I've got, I will email them to you. So obviously it's important that the email that you use to send me your entry is the one that you actually want me to send the code to. And the codes, what you do, you go on to console.worldoftanks.com and you sign in using either your PlayStation or your Xbox account. It's very easy to do for those of you that haven't done it. Once you're signed in, if you're on the laptop, you click on your name up in the top right corner and it'll bring down a small drop down menu, and down towards the bottom there will be activate bonus code, and you put the bonus code in there and it will credit it to your World of Tanks account. If you're doing it on a mobile, I don't think it has your name, but it has a little picture, a little greyed out picture of a Head and Shoulders, and if you're signed in, obviously press that and you can activate the bonus code that way. Now I think that's about it, to be honest. I think I've covered everything. It's very clear, like I say, highest damage, and it's combined damage, so that's yours, and obviously assisted damage. The screen for the base XP will be the tiebreaker, and it's just got to be a tier 5. And just to reiterate what I'd actually like in the email, I'd like your name. You can put your gamer tag in if you want, and just, if you do put both in, let me know which you'd actually prefer to be called when I make the announcement, whether you'd prefer for me to announce your gamer tag or to announce your proper name. That's entirely up to you. Just let me know in the email which one you'd prefer to be called by when I do the announcement video for the winners. I want the class that you've entered, so if you've entered light, just put light tank class or light tanks, just so I can sort them all out easier, and it'll be quicker for me to actually assign the winners that way, as opposed to having to go through all the emails and separate them out by just checking everything. So it will just make it that little bit easier. And like I say, this is the first competition I've come up with, so it seems like a good idea. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but I've just got images of it all going to pot and everybody getting mad at me, so bear with me. You know, if this one doesn't work very well, I'll try something different next time. Hey, it could be worse. I could be doing what Jingles did and making you drive the M3 Lee. So yeah, there's always that. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Like I say, I think I've covered everything. If I have missed anything out or there are any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer you and clear that up for you. Sometimes I'm not exactly the clearest in explaining things, but that's it. So Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th are the days that I'd like you to actually send me your emails with your pictures, and don't forget it's got to be both pictures. If you only send one, I won't be able to enter you, because in a tie-break situation I won't be able to choose if I don't have the base XP score. And like I say, for those of you that are taking a picture using your phone of your actual TV, I do need the whole thing with the date, and it does have to have happened between now and Friday the 11th. Now the closing date is midnight on Sunday the 13th, so anything that comes in after then I won't be able to include in the competition, and anybody that sends me an email before 12:01 AM Saturday the 12th, so you know, basically don't send me anything before midnight on Friday the 11th, because again I won't be able to enter you. Only the emails that come in between well, on Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th. And yeah, like I say, I've repeated myself many times. I've just tried to make it as clear as possible, but probably failed. And that's about it. So this match is about over. There's just a Hellcat who seems to have positioned himself and then gone AFP or AFK, whichever you prefer. And that's it, match done. So, happy Halloween to everybody, because that's also today. And good luck in the competition. And like I said before, if I've not made anything clear or you've got any questions, just pop it in the comments and I'll try and answer it for you. But apart from that, I'm just going to say good luck again, and just have fun doing it. Like I said, I chose tier 5 because anybody, just about anybody who wants to enter will have access or can get to a tier 5 either quickly or just by shelling out a little bit of silver. And there's no other limitations. It can be a tech tree tank, it can be a premium, that doesn't matter. It's just about the damage and obviously which class you want to enter. So once again, good luck to everybody. I'll be putting another video up later on, which will be the OI experimental review, and then tomorrow I will be doing a review of the new Sherman Firefly Boilermaker, the new premium one from the comic book. So as always, take care out there and I'll catch you next time. See you later.
Sì, voilà. Myślę, że ci Irak. Byłem tych co